Hey guys, it's Jarrett. I know that some of you know that I'm kind of a sneaker guy. I've collected for a long time. It's kind of coming back in for me. I haven't really collected in a long time, and this is my first time collecting Jordans or anything like that, so I'm really liking a lot of my new shoes, but I have a lot of old shoes that I'm now pulling out of closets and stuff and finding since we finally moved into our house and seeing for the first time in a long time. Like these. These are Sailor Jerry Converses. Sailor Jerry was he's kind of like the original American tattoo artist, and they took a bunch of his little clip art pieces and they made these shoes out of them. There was, I don't know, 5 or 6 different designs, but they didn't sell extremely well at first, and a lot of people slept on them. I mean, these aren't really collectible shoes, these are ones that people wear, but it's definitely a vintage shoe that a lot of people don't have anymore. I mean, these are, I say vintage, it's like it's like a 10 or 12 year old design, I think, but it's pretty cool. They've got the logo right here on the inside, which I think is pretty neat. But it's a good looking sneaker, but I wore them a lot while I was working. You'll see a lot of staining here on the inside, and this is actually how the shoe looks now. It's tore all to pieces, like it's just really gross. You'll see a color difference, like you'll see how dingy this one looks compared to this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this one up to match this nice and bright and shiny one. So what I'm going to be using is something that I use for all my shoes, even my my leather dress shoes and stuff like that. This is probably the best stuff that I could even tell you about. First of all, if you know, if you're prepping for stuff, you can use acetone. You can even use acetone on rubber, but I would not suggest using it on any leather materials, especially dyed leather materials, unless you want to just completely ruin your clear coat and everything inside of the shoe. Like, you don't want to just use acetone to clean a sneaker. That's a bad idea, because it ruins the clear coat. It allows the leather to be exposed and causes all kinds of problems. This stuff right here is by Jason Markk. This is something you can pick up at almost any sneaker store. I picked this up in DTLR. You can also buy it on Amazon or through any other sneaker retailer online. It comes with this and this brush in a little plastic bag, and this is all you need, really. It's amazing. You need these two things and a little bowl of water. So let's clean some sneakers. Okay, so here's the sneaker. You can see it's pretty dingy, especially on the inside under the star. You got all this just really nasty like blue stuff. You'll see a lot of like jean wear up here, and then definitely around the heel tab. So we're going to want to try and clean all that up. So what you do is you take your brush, all right, and you just dip it in your water, okay? Then you just get like a rag, a clean rag, all right, and then you just kind of damp it off, that just so it's not soaking wet. Then what you do is you take your Jason Markk, pop it open, and you just give it a few drops here, right on top, not a ton. All right, and then what I like to do is usually just take it, turn it upside down for a second, give it a little bit more water on the outside, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it on top of the shoe and I'm going to start to scrub. All right, and you'll see foam start to appear. I'm just going to go over all the area that needs to be clean. What I like to do is I take my hand, I stick it on the inside of the shoe, and that way I have some traction to work with. All right, and we're just going to go over all the dirty areas. All right, from the midsole to the body of the shoe. We're just going to scrub. Okay, I'm going to go with a little bit more water. Okay, all right, and you'll see that the foaming action is kind of starting to subside. So I'm going to take this, put a little bit more of the solution on my brush. All right. And then we're going to scrub some more. Alright, and you'll see it start to foam up a lot. Alright, the foam is what really helps, because that just kind of helps seal in all the cleaning agents onto the shoe. And especially with these, which are textile, these are canvas, you know, it really sinks in, and you want to be able to get as much of that soap into the shoe as possible. Because, I mean, like, these are machine washable, so, you know, this stuff really, really works on these types of shoes. Alright, and then once you've got your shoe to a place where you feel like it's as good as it's going to get for this, you just take your rag and you just wipe off the foam. Okay? Real nice and easy like. Alright. So there we go. It's a little cleaner, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it dry, and then we're going to go back over it one more time. So here's the finished shoes. I think they turned out pretty good. This was the original before. This one was not as easy to clean, but I think it still turned out pretty good. It's a little dirtier in person than it is on screen, but I can deal with these. I mean, obviously you don't need them too fresh because like of the way these are made. Like these are supposed to be kind of beat up, and I like them that way. You know, they have that kind of rough and tumble look to them, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna rock these. I haven't worn these since high school, so it's gonna be really cool to have, you know, a nice pair of shoes that people just don't see very often. Guys, well that just about does it. We've cleaned up a pair of Chucks with Jason Markk original with this nice little brush. Comes in a little pouch like this. You'll be able to find it at DTLR or Jimmy Jazz or whatever else. They're really easy to find. A lot of shoe stores online sell them, but you can find them like in store places too, like even places like Dick's Sporting Goods, depending, and things like that. Everybody likes to clean their shoes, and apparently Jason Markk is like the best to do it with. I do like using this though because it doesn't have the acidic qualities that a lot of like dishwashing liquids or whatever else have, so you're not going to get anything messed up. You can use this on almost any shoe. I'd be careful on what you use it on. Like, I wouldn't use it on suede unless you really know what you're doing. They say you can go to their website to check it out, so I would definitely do that before cleaning suede or nubuck. But leather or canvas or rubber or anything else on a shoe, it's pretty much fair game. You can do it with Jason Markk, and really easy to do. Super great product. I use it on almost all my shoes, and the ones that I wipe down daily, things like that, so I don't get them messed up. I use Jason Markk on them to make sure that I don't have any stains that are going to set and be a part of the shoe for a long time. Anyway, it's a great product. I like it a lot. I think you will too. You can find it a lot of different places for around 16 bucks, so definitely pick that up if you're looking for a nice way to clean your shoes with a safe product that's not going to hurt you or hurt the shoes. Anyway, that wraps it up for me. Make sure to check out the rest of my channel. I have vlogs, I have photography tutorials, I have Lightroom and Photoshop tutorials, I have all different types of stuff, things that I'm interested in that I think you might like as well, even if you're not a photographer. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.